What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts Unchained. Should close off my friend's Facebook thing there. And this is... I'm not sure how loud this is at this point because I have earbuds in as opposed to headphones. So if it's a little quiet, I do apologize. But we are back in it. This is the first time I am booting the game for the day, so I can show you guys what's going on. They actually show you notices, and you get daily login bonuses. Every 5 days, you get a different amount of jewels, and you can see you get 50, 50, 100, 100, and 200, and it's every 5 days. And then after certain days, you'll either get titles or you get more bonus jewels, what have you. There's just extra bonuses. So we'll collect, and we'll actually just go ahead and start right with the first couple of missions there. I don't think this should take us too long. So let's have at it. I actually don't want to sort anything out. So there are currently, as of me speaking today on June 7th of 2016, there are 325 missions out in the North American version. And then with this earlier one, with these earlier levels, it's actually to the point where I can just play with the Starlight Keyblade. This is fine. And holy crap. That guy Snow White is really good. Yeah, what the heck, we'll bring it along. So, it doesn't show the intro movie, unfortunately, anymore. I'll have to find a way to plug that in there. I'm really hoping I had some foresight and plugged it in there somehow. But in the intro movie, it has you pick a union, and you just kind of go for, or maybe it's a little bit afterwards. It's honestly, it's been 2 very busy months with this game. But we are in a town called Daybreak Town, and we're just killing Heartlesses right now, I guess. So you can see me going like this away from the medals over here. If you do that on the screen anywhere, it's an AoE attack, and it just hits everybody on the screen for slightly less than what a regular focused attack would do. And to do a focus attack, you would just tap. If there's multiple enemies, you would tap on the enemy. Otherwise, I believe it auto-selects. I'm not sure what rules it has for auto-selecting. But you get an A for effort. Here's what's going on. Your pursuit of light made you the perfect candidate for a Keyblade wielder. Darkness is spreading, and it's up to you to use the weapon to get rid of it. Collect light, which is known as Lux in this game, and enter and save the world. The monster that was just defeated belongs to the darkness, and is called a Heartless, for those of you that already know. These Heartless scour the world searching for hearts, spreading darkness as they go. The Keyblade is an effective weapon against them. Fair. I hope this is all sinking in. It kind of has been for the past couple of years, you know, waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 and whatnot, so... Anyway, I was assigned by a certain someone to watch over a new Keyblade wielder, you. I never knew how to pronounce that. Kirthi? Kirthi? I want to pronounce it Kirthi, unless said otherwise. I'll be supporting you the whole way, teaching you everything you need to know, and more. Nice to meet you. Right now, that Keyblade is just like you. It has room to go. To unleash its true power, you'll need these fragments, special medals that you can set in your Keyblade. Anyway, that's a lot to take in, so why don't you use the Heartless there for some practice. They've given us medals at this point in the game, I believe, a few starter ones. And we can just immediately go to the next one. And don't worry about like me having like these super beefed up medals. You honestly don't get to the point where medals really necessarily make a difference. Like at this point, you've probably leveled up at least twice, just with like replaying the earlier levels and stuff. It's really easy to sneak ahead of the curve, but at around 200 they kind of start catching on, and they start leveling up the Heartless quite a bit for you. So other things to note about this screen, you can see in the bottom right. Oh, I don't want to move, actually. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, well, I'll point it out right there. If you ever forget your weaknesses, it is Fire, Water, Grass, but just in case, they actually chose to put it in the bottom right, which is good use of space, and also a great way to remind the people at home what the heck you're doing. What else do we have? In the options menu, it'll show you what your objectives are if you want to try to get those extra bonuses at the end of the level. At the top, I think I will actually show you guys in the middle of a fight here. So up there, you have the, that's your rare medal counter for how many you've collected in the mission. And that is your normal medal counter for how many you've collected in the mission. That's your money, and then that's your Lux right there. So each of those will go up as the mission goes on, depending on what you run into, what kind of treasure chests you open, and things like that. So I'm not going to be doing any kind of leveling up for a while. Oh, I am awake. It's kind of early. It's like 6:40. But I think this will be a good length episode, pretty much. So I'll go to mission 3 and immediately jump right into it. Holy crap, that's elaborate. You're coming with this. And then that way I can play through the story and actually appreciate it, because I just blitz through these levels like nobody's business. I didn't even talk to any NPCs or anything like that. These are just pretty much tutorial missions for you to try to get used to it. Oh, I didn't want to go that way. That's probably my target. Let's take this guy out. And I can't really show you guys any other medals until I have more than one target, because I keep one-shotting them. Sometimes, in like RPGs and regular stuff, it's better to try to go the opposite way, because sometimes I'll hide treasure chests, secret enemies, rare gems, things of that sort. And I really feel like flexing for a second. That's so busted. I love it. And that hits everybody, by the way. Good move. Good move. So, back to what I was saying in episode 1. You don't have to pay the 30 gems to refill your Keyblade special gauge. You can just come to this level, pretty much. And after every fight, you get, like, something shy of 2 gauges for your special. And depending on whether or not your Keyblade is actually upgraded all the way, you might not even need them. I think you start at a max of, like, 12? And then you can go up to 15. Or maybe it's 10. You might start at 10 and then go up to 15. I'd have to consult the wiki for that. But we're doing pretty good, as you can see. Just ignore everything on my metal board. And then here we have our... I don't know if this is ours. Our Union representative person, pretty much. But in order to defeat stronger foes... And then they just throw a freaking dark side at me. No problem, you got this. You must combine your strength with those who share your purpose and aspirations. So this is where parties and raid battles come into play. Your friends do literally become your power. This is one of the... I think this is the only Kingdom Hearts game with co-op built into it. So as you can see, they got a bunch of other people softening them up. I could take them pretty easily though, and they actually brought his HP down to 450 for me. So I'm going to hit that hand just to be rude. And then Sephi will actually do the job in one shot. At that point in the game, it's probably a little bit of a struggle. But I'm just kind of speeding things up. There are others who collect the light, but not all of them share the same goal of bringing peace to the world. You must discover who among us walks the path of darkness. So we got a traitor in the midst, pretty much, is what she's trying to say. Or we have some traitors, potentially. I think it might be multiple. That's kind of foreshadowing. I know it's overwhelming, but darkness waits for no one. In fact, it's found a way to a bunch of worlds which need your help. I know way to these places. Are you ready? Sure, why the shit not? I'm gonna follow a talking plush cat, and he's gonna teach me... I don't think I knew how to do that, like, 3 episodes ago. And also, I also do not know what that noise was that I made. I was just like, wait, what? We just immediately... Okay. So, did it keep track of what? Okay, so we're in Snow White's world right now. We're in Dwarf Wonderlands. And I really don't think I'm going to need any of these. What the hell? Speed-based strength by 2 tiers for 1 turn. What the hell? That's so good. I want that. And what wouldst thou know, my queen? Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all? Famed is thy beauty, majesty, but hold, a lovely maid I see. Rags cannot hide her gentle grace. Alas, she is more fair than thee. And she says, what? No, that's bull. That's some BS right there. Who is this? Lips red as a rose, hair black as ebony, skin white as snow. Huh. I wonder who this could be. Beyonce. No. Plot twist, it was Beyonce. But Beyonce's not white, so. But it is Snow White at this point, at the beginning of the movie. And then they just kind of throw Final Fantasy at it. They're just like, hey, anywhere, anything, anytime anything could go bad, we'll just throw Heartless at it, and we'll just go from there, you know? That's kind of how that works out. So she sees the prince, gets a little shy. How cute. She mad. She mad. And we're just immediately jumping into it. We're gonna run in. I'll fuck some stuff up. So I showed you guys what the first two do. And I can show you what Cloud does now. I think I might have already shown you guys in episode 1 what a decent amount of these things do. I don't think I showed you guys Sephiroth though, because I think I was using a power deck, so. Anything beyond, I think, those first 3 medals, I probably did not get the opportunity to show off. But that's okay. And he somehow survives. All of my medals, I'm pretty sure, have added effects, because they give out those added effects in promos and stuff. There's also the Coliseum mode, which I didn't go into, but you can rank up in there and get various items. Different medals. Trying to think of a way to describe it. Because they really do give out a lot of different stuff besides just medals. I think there was a period in time they gave out avatar accessories, if I'm not mistaken. That could have been something else entirely. But we'll just keep it up with the Starlight Keyblade until I actually have to dedicatedly use something else. I don't give this Keyblade enough love, so we'll give it some use. And surprise, this is how we're starting? Oh, story-based fighting, okay. And then, is this Doc? I think his name is Doc. Why, who are you? I was standing right over there and I saw you use that key of yours to get rid of those creatures. Yeah, it's mine. They've been nothing but bubbles, troubles. Oh dear, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Doc. Me and my friends smirk. I was really hoping I was gonna say me and my friends twerk with the swine. Work in the mine. That would have worked out pretty good. Twerk with the swine would have worked. Today was just a plain old day until those monsters sprung up out of nowhere. We all ran to chase them away, but no one's come back. So he's missing the rest of them because they went to work and they didn't come back. I should thank my muddy jars, lucky stars he showed up. I didn't know what to do. I was sure I was done for. What? Do you want help? Yeah, I got you. I sure could use a stand your help. That's pretty much what I'm here to do. What am I gonna do? Say no and just go away and get game's over at like mission 5? I don't think we're getting that easy out. Trust me. I'll show you the way to the mine. Maybe we'll see one of the men on the way. Okie doke. And sorry I don't have much to talk about right now. I'm just kind of trying to get myself as immersed with you guys. Because it's been a while since I've actually paid attention to the story stuff. Oh, sweet. I get to kill stuff off one at a time to show you what it does. Oh, he lived that hit. probably won't live these. So that does a lot of zappy hits. And then that will... Oh, it didn't kill him off because it's opposite elements. So when you hit something that trumps another one, you do double damage. And when you hit something that resists, you do half. Just like Pokemon, so... And then even half is not enough to save that guy. And that was a quick mission. A lot of these earlier objectives are pretty easy to do. Collect 120 more Lux. You usually get that if you one-turn everything, including the target enemy. And defeat 8 or more enemies. Like, just do everything that you have to in the level, and you'll usually get all of the objectives. There's a few that I had to go back for. Mainly the attack boost all ones. That's kind of a hard ability to find. And it's basically you have to trigger that ability. So let's see. I think I had... Oh, that's right. They had a Zootopia promotion a little bit back. But that's kind of expensive for a special. And I already have stuff that does the job for me. So I just opted not to get it. And you had to pay for it, too. Mines through the forest. We can't be too careful with those pesky monsters around. Fair. It's not like an actual, like, escort mission either, though, where you actually have to, you know, guard his ass or whatever. I don't think that's... He's just hanging out. He's literally just waiting for us to mow a path. Which, again, is fine. And I didn't really talk to all these NPCs. I sure feel safe with you here. Well, shit, I would, too. I'm only about 207 levels over these guys right now. 208, actually. I leveled up last night. And the thing I like is the thing I like about this level is I haven't played Birth by Sleep in a while, so it's really good to come back to everything and just see also how they adapted it for mobile. I think this was, I'm pretty sure this was a level in Birth by Sleep, because I don't think it was in any, it wasn't in any other game. I didn't play Dream Drop Distance either. It could have been in that one. But I'm pretty sure I remember visiting this level, and I think it was in Birth by Sleep. I think we also got Cinderella in Birth by Sleep as well. I haven't played the HD remake yet. I Platinum 2, and then I just moved on to other games. So we're on mission 7, so we're doing okay so far. I don't think any of these extra medals are gonna matter, but I think if you bring them with you, they get added to your library. So, might as well try to find ones that I don't... Oh, it started us exactly where we left off. Continuity, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of a fan of that. Because it could have just started out at the beginning of the... Or, what is it? The beginning of the scene over there. But yeah, they actually kind of continue that, so... Usually I kind of detach and just, like, go do something else. Sometimes between levels, so it's really cool to see that it's mostly seamless. It's up ahead. Thanks, man. And they're actually good. Oh, look at that. They leveled up. It took me 3 attacks to take them all out. That's kind of impressive. Kind of. I promise things are going to heat up. Like I said, if I'm going to play from scratch, I got to start from the beginning. And we're going to get to the point also where I probably won't be able to do 10 levels in one sitting because of the AP requirements. So I'll either have to shorten it or I'll have to start buying jewels to increase the amount that I have in the middle of the episode just to record. I haven't decided yet. I might just do shorter episodes. It seems like a good cop-out. I mean, honestly, yeah, LP episodes being anywhere near half an hour is a little bit daunting. Chimney Crickets, I thought I'd stop at our cottage first, but we have unexpected visitors. We gotta do something before I dash our gnome. Smash our home to smithereens. Dash our gnome. Oh my god. Well, you are one. I thought the other 6 were in the mine. Gnome, dwarf. What's the difference? One's magical? I don't know. I literally don't know the difference between a gnome and a dwarf outside of that. I think a gnome might be magical. I don't know. Anyway, we have our first enemy that is actually of a substantial health gauge, and that is the large body over there. So we'll just knock these guys out real quick. And you're going to start getting a lot of Lux. It's going beat these guys. It is definitely scaled according to what they thought your level was at the time. They don't even scale the health gauges or anything. They just make it easy to go back, which kind of a double-edged sword, so to speak. I'll just knock him out in 2 hits. Objectives for this level. Definitely beat him. Defeat the target enemy within 1 turn. Oh, we'll see in a second. I was like, oh, I missed him. No, I recapped him. Beat 5 or more, we did. And then complete without having to continue, which we also did. It wouldn't award me any of the prizes again for doing them. It only does it once. So you don't have to worry about trying to clear it, you know, with all 3 in one shot in order for it to save all 3. You literally just, you take it as you go. You sure showed him, and our cottage looks just dandy. Well, I mean, for cottage. I'm going to take a peek inside to see if anyone's come home. I'm going to take a leak and see if anybody stops me. So we're going to kill the Heartless in the cottage. And then I'm going to do this episode and then the next one. And then that'll probably do it for this episode, actually. It's about 20-minute episodes per sitting. I might do less. It means more content over time. And just upload them separately, render them separately, I guess. I don't know. Is 10 too much? Is 10 too little? Let me know. And then we'll go... I thought we were going in the cottage, bruh. Or maybe he's going in the cottage. He's looking around in the cottage, and I'm just... Oh! Almost missed that guy. Not that it really ultimately matters. But because, when they come out of nowhere, I think they almost always will sneak attack you. That's okay, because it ended up doing jack shit. And we'll take these guys out. And that does it for Mission 9. So, at our current pace, unless I have alternate episodes going on, we're going to have 33 episodes. If I upload these roughly around the same time, or, I don't know, maybe like twice a week, should be good for like 3 months. There should definitely be more content by then. I'll probably catch up by like November. And then this will be the last episode, or last mission we do for the episode, I should say. Is there any medals here? No, we'll just keep bringing that one. Whatever. And we keep going. And I think there's a new enemy here in this level that we haven't seen at this point in the story yet, which is a tornado step. Not that I'm really too scared of that. It's interesting that the tornado step resists the magic, but does not survive the hit. And the shadow does survive the hit from Sephiroth, who is a stronger metal. So, kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a big difference, but the shadow also has less health. So, just food for thought. I'll just AoE those guys. And then we'll knock them out. Not much to talk about otherwise, because it is a 2D side-scrolling game. Missions are short, so if you guys do have something you would like me to talk about or cover at this point in the game, I don't know if I'm uploading the first episode as we speak right now. I'll probably upload the third one after I read the comments from the first one and the second one, or I'll start recording it after I do that, and maybe I'll just probably record an episode a day and just keep them backed up. That's probably a decent, not half bad idea. I'm a fan of that. Depending on how many Heartless we fought at X point in time, we might actually fight a raid boss. No? Not yet. You seem to be doing alright. I can't say for the same person you were talking to. He looks pretty worried. Or he looked pretty worried, so he's talking about Doc. And, oh, we do get to fight a raid boss. So, when you beat X amount of Heartless, usually I think it's around 70 or 75 or something like that, you'll get to fight a raid boss. And they level up for how many times you defeat them in 1 month. And it can get pretty nasty. But I guess this is a good way to close off the episode. I haven't fought him yet this month. They do reset at the beginning of every month. So I'll just hit the horn, and then this will probably take him out in one shot. Yeah, because that does that does over what he has by a pretty decent amount. I'm not sure if it would have done that much. It might have done that much base without the power up there, but you usually get a good amount of lux. I can't say the same for money, but the cool thing is you get prizes at the end of it. So you'll get some if you win, you'll get some if you're the host, and then the MVP, depending on if there was somebody that did more damage than you that also helped out, you will also get a prize. And then if you're able to beat all of the other points other than the boss's main vitality, you get another bonus as well. So let's head back for perspective to show you guys how many missions there are and where we're stopping at. So that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. You know how it goes. And next episode, we're going to jump into missions 11 through 20. And I will see you guys then.